How you doing? What day is it? Thursday. At Thursday, 20 to 1. Lovely or not. Getting really down to like one run a week. I am. Might try and get another one in tomorrow. I don't need to try. Either do it or I don't. Not because there's no point in making excuses up. No excuse not to run. Anyway, to cut all the grass, which you can see. I tell you what I've noticed. As I'm running compared to when I first started running, which I know is quite a few months ago, isn't it now? My titties aren't going up and down as much because a lot of the fat around my chest area is gone now. A lot of it's, there's some, a lot of it's gone. Tell you what, loving it. I know it might seem, well, a bit late now, 52, nearly 52, I don't care. I feel better. I've always sort of been in good shape. Just since I've been here, like I said, I let myself go a bit because the dogs haven't been too tied down to the house. Couch potato a little bit really, when you think about it. Yeah, it was alright till they all got separated, which you already know on previous videos, but anybody else, listen, just watch your diet, or just watch what you consume to eating too much. I've cut bread out, because I don't know whether, see what was happening with me, getting like I could eat and it weren't that fat. You'd think I consume 20 pints of beer every day. My stomach just ballooned. I probably still could get it if I eat a lot. I don't know why. So if anybody else suffers from it, is it like gluten? I don't know what people get. It's not good for certain people, is it? You know, we all just plod along with our lives, and we don't look at all them little bits. But I don't really suffer from bloated stomach anymore. It's gone. I mean, it's lovely now to just like look in the mirror. Even here, just touching my sides, I can feel my bones. You know, I can feel my muscle. Completely different. The only problem with some people, you have to be careful, especially if you do a lot of running. It's alright on your legs, but you have to be careful that if you struggle with muscle, you've got to make sure that you'd probably, I suppose you'd have to do some training, other kind of bodybuilding or something, because I think it can work the other way, can't it? Look, listen, I ain't no sports professional. I don't know, I'm just concentrating on myself, on my journey. And all I know is what I used to look like. But I know what my downfall was. Beer, loads of bread, and basically big meals. So I've cut down on my portions. Try not to eat after, definitely won't eat after 8 o'clock. But I try and eat no later than 7 o'clock at night. And basically, I'm sorted down to around a couple of meals a day. I do like a bit of chocolate sometimes. If I see it laying about, I will eat some chocolate. It's like, 1 minute, guy across the road, other families got dogs, they rescue them, but the guy's been working in Germany, the Hungarian, and my girlfriend gave them, all her boys Old clothes, nothing wrong with them at all. They're just too small for them now, because they've got a smaller lad, younger. Fit him all right. They always ever so pleased, so we pass all the no one money, just pass them all on to this lady, because she's nice. You know what I'm saying? Nice people, always look after them. Well, he decided to give me some chocolate from Germany. He got dark chocolate, really nice, thick. And one of them was called Tony's chocolate. I'll tell you what, really lovely, like a biscuit inside, dark chocolate. I'll tell you something now, I've been eating that over the last 2 weeks, or week and a half. He came back last week. In fact, I'm lying, he hasn't been a week and a half, because he came back last Thursday or Friday he came back. Been in Germany for about 3 months. Obviously the chocolate weren't for me. He probably brings loads back for his children, family. Just gave me some. But you see, the trouble is with me, if I see it, I'll always nibble on it. But I was getting a real bad stomach ache for some reason. Oh, a bit of itchy. Lovely weather. Hey, I did a video yesterday. Didn't even realise it was the 1st of June. I was saying, oh well, June's coming. Because they was on about they're going to get my car done for the Musaki MOT. Said it'd be in July. I mean, I want it now because I need to get to the house really bad. Frightened to death that stuff's been stolen. Frightened to death. And just gonna have to keep contacting, get my girlfriend to keep contacting this girl. Just not like England, everything you just get done in England, don't you? MOT, phone up, yeah, MOT, yeah, either tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Monday, bring it down. What are you doing, waiting or taking it away? I'll wait, got plenty of time. I'll have a cup of tea or might go for a little walk. Brilliant, get the car done, go. Not here. Nothing you get done here is like that. And that's what I don't like. That's what I'm struggling with. So, do these 5Ks, run or walk. Lovely weather. Brilliant. Run faster now. Definitely fitter, but I don't think. Of course, the running's doing me all right. I think it's the cutting down on my meals what's done it with my stomach. Obviously, I'm not drinking beer. I do have a bit of sugar and some chocolate and cakes. Try and just cut down. Have them as little treats. Right. What I want to just say, need a bit of advice, a bit of help. Since I am going to say that I'm responsible as well for coming in, moving here. Okay, I was going backwards and forwards in 2016. But my daughter was having problems at school. Cutting it short, she's homeschooled now, The problem, she was having a lot of problems at school. She's friends with one of the girls who was involved with other girls who were bullying my daughter. It weren't just my daughter, it was other people. Teenagers, kids for you, innit? But I don't like bullies, full stop. But I'm not going to go into it. I don't like him. I'm not going to start losing my brag. I don't like him. I deal with him. Right? A lot of people don't. They let it go on and on and on. I don't care whether you're at school, you're at work, you don't have to tolerate a bully. Smack him. Don't listen to what bosses say and school bosses say. Don't be interested. Just don't do anything stupid. But they do deserve a smack. You've got to. But fists only. And if you want to slap, don't do anything else. Don't need to be doing knives, guns. Then they stop in the world. Stop that, full stop. Don't make you a man. Don't make you hard. You might think, yeah, well, I can kill somebody just like that. Your life's over. You're going to prison for 20, 30 years. Your life's over. So, don't go down that route. You want to be a man, you have a fist fight. Full stop. No excuse for it. But anyway, what's happened now is my daughter, she's now got some kind of anxiety, social anxiety, or is it called God, gotta think of it now. Agoraphobia. Agoraphobia. Sounds foreign, doesn't it? Agoraphobia. She's either got that, which is some kind. Look, listen, I'm not an expert. All I know is my daughter can't go out the house anymore. She's been housebound for a long, long time. A long, long time. She's putting weight on. She's just not the same person. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's 14 now. Apparently, she told me there's no help for her because she's under 16. If that is the case, England, you need to be, government, you need to be sorting your shit out. Now, I want help. Is it true? Because I've looked on sites and it said there's help for kids, children. It can't be true because children are committing suicide as well, aren't they? We all have problems. You know, you kids who bully, I'm just saying this, she said that it's got nothing to do with that. My daughter, by the way, has said nothing to do with bullying. So I says to her, so 2 years ago, I remember coming back, she was completely fine, she was going out, my daughter was always out the house, playing on a BMX, scooter, mixing with loads of kids, children. So why all of a sudden, just like that, stopped? Why? I remember taking her to school, when I was in England, and I couldn't even get her out. They couldn't even get her out of the car. She was screaming and all sorts. It was terrible. So I want to know why, like now, it's completely different to then. Why is she like it now? Now she's just not telling me. She just says, oh, it was nothing to do with school, nothing to do with that at all. Oh, Sabos. You just know. I know what they're talking about. I get it all the time. He's got a Mesochart tattoo on his back. Car coming down, don't worry, it's police or somebody else. Look how fast he's going. That ain't police. Police said slow down. And I ain't going on the grass. They're not normal. Right, that's me 2.5. Right, so what I was saying was, yeah, my daughter, she can't go out the house now. She says it's got nothing to do with bullies or anything like that. So, look, listen. My problem with me stemmed from school. Not school. Stemmed from my childhood. Parents, end of the day. There was no hope for me. Nobody cared about me. I've had to struggle my whole life through work. You know, I've had jobs where I'd either been too ill to go to work, you know, and you can't really be doing that on lorry driving. Either too ill to go to work, or I've been nasty because people have upset me, but then they think, why do I go so crazy in my head, or why do I do all them things? And I don't do anything to anybody. I have done years ago. You know, I've grabbed older bosses and sales managers. I admit I've done that. Save that story for another time. But I have had a lot of problems, and I've had problems where drivers have thought, you know, what's wrong with him? You know, but the truth is, that is what was wrong with me now. And I didn't want to say anything bad like my dad, you know, my dad with this or my dad with that, or what happened in the family. I don't care now. I don't care. Because the problem is, people are going to think that I was bad. You know, people handle situations differently. I admit, yeah, I do go over the top. What the problem is with me? The problem is finding that. Okay, let's just say average person. I'm not going to say normal, because I don't believe that anybody's normal, because every single person, whether it's woman, bloke, child, whatever, teenager, we've all got different brains. We've got different genes in our body. We're all never going to be the same. People are going to fall out. If life was so straightforward and like that, it'd be pretty boring, to be honest with you. So there's always going to be conflict, like there is in animal kingdom. Insects, butterfly, anything, there's conflict in everything. The weather is conflict. So, you know, that is the way of life, I suppose. Yeah, it is shit, but it's how you deal with it. Now, some people can say something to some people, won't get uppity, won't get ratty, they'll either laugh it off, which is fine, or they'll say F off, not interested, walk away. They can handle it everybody handles everything in different ways. There's people who will argue, and they'll sort it out that way. You know, and never get into a fisticuffs or never get into a fight or whatever. Now it's me trying to find that nice line, even. So what I'm going to say to you is, right, the best way to describe it. So this is what I would say the average person, a nice line. This is nice and straight. A person might get down or get angry. So when a normal person, average person, gets down, it might just go like this a little bit. In places where they have the bad days. If they get happy, it might be just it. Normal. Me, my euphoria, when I'm happy, when I've been out, it can be a bit extreme sometimes. My mates even know it. There's a sort of saying, isn't there, where some people say he or she don't need drugs. Look at her, don't need drugs. I am that person. Yeah, of course I've had drugs. I'm not going to stand here and say, no, of course I've not had drugs. Of course I've had drugs. In my rave days, I've had all sorts. Me and my mates used to smoke weed left, right, centre and draw. We used to call it draw and black meat, everything. We used to smoke it left, right, centre. We've had good ones, we've had bad ones. I've had white death, I've had all sorts. White death, I won't recommend it on anybody. I had it once, I thought I was going to kill over, but I had it really bad. Me and my mate, I think we smoked two big, like 6-inch 2 or 3 in a car from Nottingham to Beeston, well, Bramcote, which is in not far. So I'm saying within like a 2 or 3 mile was completely, Jesus Christ. I went white as a sheet, thought I was dying. But yeah, I've had all sorts, because I was a raver. You have your whiz, you have all sorts. I've tried all sorts, of course I have. I've not tried any of the stupid things what hook you. Not touching like heroin, not touching heroin, I don't touch anything, I've not touched anything or need, I'm not, no. I've touched stuff, not going too much into it, but end of the day, right, some of the things don't really do anything to me. Of course I've tried it, but I've always been an alcohol person, if anything. But yeah, so like me, so the way there's that keel we're at, I'd like to be sort of nice and straight, or do them little bits. Now when I'm on a downer, I can go like this, straight down, and I mean really down, 1 metre down. If I'm happy, I can go right up. And that is the same thing with me anger. People get angry, just do it, fluctuate. I can go really too extreme. Everybody's even said it, my family, my mates. You know what, even my mates used to say years ago, he said the biggest problem with Tiller, we're fighting, he said it's his temper, it's his temper. And it is true, because if your anger is so bad, it can really be it's very difficult for some people. It really is. But it shouldn't. Look, I don't really go on about me, because really what I want to talk about is my daughter now. But I'm just trying to say. So then, going off me now, going back to my daughter. So I've told you, she's either got as that's what she's got. If she can't go out the house, can't face people. You know, she's tried to go out the house and couldn't wait to get back in the house. She's tried, but just can't do it. So, what is the problem? Is the help for her? She's 14. You know, I'm being told that there's no help for her because she's under 16. Is that true or is it not true? Please tell me, write in the comments. I want to know. You know, because she's got no life. She can't come to Hungary, she can't go on a plane, she can't do anything. Whereas before, she could do everything. Everything. Now, my oldest daughter, whose birthday was the other day, she was 24, she was quiet as a child. Right? And I always thought that she would struggle as she got older. But now she's like completely the opposite. And then you've got my youngest daughter now, who's 14, who I would say she could be a bit of a terror. Not a terror, but very loud. Didn't cause trouble, but she wasn't frightened to speak her mind. She'd go on the park, not bothered about other children. You know, she did everything. She'd go on a BMX everywhere. She's had electric scooters, electric quads. She's done all sorts. She's one of them kind of children. I always say she's a bit of a tomboy. And now, it's like it's just stopped. She's gone completely opposite. Completely opposite. So can you just see how you can have 2 different children from the same parents, but how they can suddenly change. I don't like, you know, I mean, I don't like to see any child suffer. I don't want any, you know, I don't even like this. I've always said this: telling a child off, and then this screaming at a child and going berserk and scaring a child. That's not on. That is not on. That's not on. That's how I lived a life. That isn't. What you got to say. This is another thing, and it's the same with husbands and wives. There's, I call it physical torture. Well, not so much torture, but physical hitting. Husband and wife hitting each other, shouldn't be doing it, especially in front of children. Or hitting children. No, not allowed to. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to be the person to say, well, you can't do this and that. All it is I find it very difficult to chastise my children. And the reason is for that is because of my upbringing. But it wasn't with me. It wasn't the fact that, you know, we got the slipper at school. We got the big 1 metre ruler across the knuckles. We got the slipper. We got it on the palm of our hand. You know, you got the cane, right? You know, we used to get like, it weren't a cane as such. We used to get the 1 metre ruler straight across your arse. Now, yeah, you know, you couldn't walk. You used to go on with your arse to be red. But you know what? Parents didn't. Well, my parents didn't. My dad, you know, when I was 11 or 12 at my school, I was a bleeder sometimes at school. I was. So when I look back, I deserved it. This teacher grabbed hold of me. I can't remember his name now. I had glasses on. No, he was an English teacher or chemistry. He weren't there for long, but he was nasty. And well, he wasn't the very friendliest of funniest of teachers, but I really annoyed him. I remember him grabbing me one day. Some lads would have remembered it. He grabbed me because I was little at school. I was about 11. He picked me up, got me here in the centre. He almost lifted me off the floor. I tell you what, did I scream. When I got home, I had blood all in me hair follicles, were all full of blood everywhere. He practically yanked me hair out. I went mental, and I went into what they call actually the headmaster's office, and there's like a bed and whatever else you can go, and they can clean like little marks up if you fall over or you injure yourself. I remember going there, and she was dabbing my head. And I was saying, although I've got to admit, I carry on, a lot of people carry on now protecting the children. I don't know whether my generation of parents, we didn't really get involved with any of that. My dad didn't give a shit, he didn't give a shit. If anybody attacked me when I was a kid or got into a fight, he didn't give a shit, he didn't care. He just said to me, you'll learn. And I did. You learn to stick up for yourself. But I tell you what, there was none of this where my dad says, oh, I'm going to go to the... My dad didn't give a damn. And I think my dad was like that because his family, my dad's family were poor. They had a little Hungarian house with a little straw roof, nothing, didn't have no luxuries, a toilet at the end of the garden, no bath or shower, nothing. Didn't have any luxuries. My dad's family were proper poor. Worse than some of the gypsies now, it was really bad. There was one room, a kitchen with a stove. Even when I went, God knows what it was like when my dad was as a child. Must have been terrible. No wonder he escaped hungry at 16. Well, he thought, fuck you, I ain't living like this, I'm off. You know what I mean? He was soon gone. And you know what I mean, you can't blame him. But he didn't give a damn. You know, he used to have fights. He told me like once when 2 or 3 guys, lads, school, they were brothers, causing him problems. And he says to you, I'll meet you near the river. Now, I don't know whether it was the Tisser here, probably was, somewhere. He says, I'll meet you near the river. And when they come, my dad had a big plank of wood. He beat them all up with a big plank of wood, smacked them all around the head and all sorts, left them all near the edge of the water. But 3 of them, what do you expect? Tough. But you know what I mean, this is how my dad was. He didn't care. So what I mean is, he ain't going to think to himself, oh, I'm going to go to the house. He ain't going to do all that and just make more problems and whatever. He ain't got time for little children and things. We have to deal with it. My generation, I was born in 1970. Now, you got parents now, they want to go and do, I mean, you know, I'll admit it. I've done it with my kids. I've gone to people's houses and all sorts. I've even gone to gypsy houses here to do with their boys. I mean, really, you shouldn't do it, really. How are they going to learn? I know it's a different generation now we're living in, different times. I admit that. But this is half the problem now. The problems are escalated to massive problems. Whereas years ago, you either dealt with it or you didn't, but there were no like qualms over it, it was just left. You know, we used to get it all the time. You know, you bang into kids in the streets you don't know, or you either get into a fight or you have a little bit of an argument or you didn't. But it was sort of forgot about, really. And now it's just completely different now. I mean, it's like today, I've just seen that Jippo lad, not the one they had a fight with, her boys. The one who was the big lad, he's 14 or 15, he was at the back of the house causing all the other gypsy lads to cause problems with me. And he was the one who used to do it with his head and all the time. He said, right, shit. I just seen him go to one of the houses, which I'm not happy about, but, you You know, this is what I'm saying to you. What's going on behind closed doors, you don't know what they're all talking about. There's too much jealousy. And I thought, oh, you've gone to that house, have you? So anyway, he comes walking down with this other big fat lad, who I don't know. And I thought, right, if you're just going to walk past the house. I mean, I remember he used to walk to school in the morning. I didn't really care. He used to have his little brother with him. Walked to school, kept his head down. But then he'd get to the back of the culture house, the community centre. He'd be right complete shit with me. 6 months I've tolerated it, abuse of him. And he'll walk in. I said to my girlfriend, I said, I'm going to collar him. Oh, no, don't. No. He's going to learn respect. He's going to learn it anyway. He comes walking down towards me. You see, this is what I'm saying. I'm a British person in a town, probably 85% gypsy. Right? I'm putting my neck on the line every single time. I don't care. I'm not bothered. Because what? There's no argument. There is no argument at all. I've done nothing wrong. But I'm not having him walking willy-nilly in front of the house to go to somebody else's house. Like everything he's caused me in the back, the stress. I mean, when I say stress, I'll be honest, I've been nearly in tears because I can't do out. I can't go physically punching anybody. I'm not even happy the police deal with it. Yeah, that policeman who comes to the house as an ambulance man for her mum, yeah, he dealt with it and we have had no problems since. But 6 months it's probably been longer. Anyway, he was walking down towards me and I says, you're not blah 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 most, are you? In Hungarian. I says, you're not saying all this now, are you? And he just put his head down, and his mate kept his head down. He was like that. I didn't feel bad. And I went on and on. I says, you know what? I says, in England, I said, you'd be finished by a 10-year-old. I said, you'd be done. I said, you won't carry on like that in England. I said, I won't tolerate it. You would have been beat up ages ago. Kept his head down. And I said, you're nothing. I said, 6 months I've had to put up with your shit in your filthy mouth. Throwing stones, throwing sticks, kicking the ball at the wall, winding my dogs up. He just walked and kept his head down all the way, never said a word to me. Point is, right, I'm saying this, I'm saying gypsy in Hungarian, Cigana. I'm saying it, off the street is gypsy. I'm not bothered because this is why, that's why they know I don't care. They know I don't care. And it's got nothing to do, well, he's only 14. No. They need teaching a lesson. They've got to be taught a lesson. You can't let them do that. You can't. Now, I've done that. I finished with that now. But I believe in the house soon anyway. But I'm just saying, I got my last word in. But he has, and when I say to you, he's made me ill. I've been nearly in tears in the house. Do you know what it's like to have somebody at the back of the house constantly pissing your dogs off? And that is, and pissing me off and giving me mouth. Like I said to you, they picked up metal bars and all sorts. I mean, I'd expect to see that in England, not here. And just, you know what I mean? Like I said to you, go and tell his mum and dad, go and do whatever, go and come to the house, I ain't bothered. Not do it anyway. No, they'll not do it. Tell you what it is, right? I'll explain to you what it is, right? When a normal Hungarian has problems with gypsies, let's just say a Hungarian lad gets beat up, or a bloke, the gypsies threaten the Hungarians not to go to court or go to the police. So what happens is, they say if you do that, there's going to be more problems. Don't say any of that to me. But the weak Hungarians, they put up with it and tolerate it. And all it does, it just goes around it goes circles and circles. They keep the little mouth shut. They act like a little mouse. You know yourselves, right, around the world, everybody, I'm telling you can't carry on like that. Bullies. There are a lot of them. I told you, I'd have it on video. There could be 100 gypsies go outside my house. I would still walk on that street. I'd still walk on that street like a warrior. I don't give a damn. And it's no bullshit. I ain't no weakling. I ain't no pusser for nobody. And I ain't being no pusser for some fucking little shitty 14-year-old. When I was that age, I'd knock 7 bowls of shit out of him. And anybody else in England would. We won't put up with that. Nothing to do with being racist. It's got nothing to do with that. Nothing. It's got nothing to do with that. I've said to you, in England, every single problem I have had in England, and I don't want to bring this up, I don't want to bring it, I hope it's got nothing to do with because of my name, or if people know that my dad was Hungarian, I hope it's not because of that. So I'm not going to even bring that into it, right? But every single problem I have had in England has been off white people, white British. It's not been off white Muslim, it's not been off white Pakistani, not white Indian, not white Jamaicans, not white Nigerian, not white West Indian, none of it. No Chinese. Well, we know Chinese don't, they're very friendly, aren't they? They don't go around having all the problems. Of course there is some, but listen, I have not had, all my problems have been off white British. Now I don't want to even think, I ain't going to even think it's got something to do with me, my name. I don't want to even think that, and I'm not going to think that. Because majority of the people who, but not everyone, but some didn't even, probably won't even know. So, you know, I don't know, but all I'm saying to you is, it's got, you know, my problem here, it's like, end of the day, that's what they want to be called here. They don't want, they're keeping that they don't want to be called Hungarian. That Hungarian and Gypsy and Cigana, it's a separate life. And they keep it separate. And that's just the way it is. So if I was to go and turn around and say Hungarian lads, they wouldn't even, no way would they even think it was anything to do with the Gypsy, because he's saying Hungarian lads or Hungarian bloke. Just don't do it. End of the day, the Gypsy lads, end of the day. Full stop. And no, not every single one's like it. Not everyone. You know, I've like these who just gone, they spoke to me, that old Gypsy bloke. And what you have also, what the other sort you have here, called a Hollas Cigan, which is very light-skinned. And then you get some who've got Hungarian dad or mum, and then you've got a Gypsy dad or mum, half like me, half-breed like me. I mean, me, I don't know what I've got inside me, because my mum's family's Irish, Nevin, my mum's family's Nevin. She was born in England, so I've probably got Irish, British, Hungarian, and I have no idea what else. So is that why my head is screwed up? Probably. Plus, I tell you, if anybody knows something, if anybody knows of a good DNA kit, is it DNA? No, it's not DNA, is it? Is it DNA? What is it? What you have testing, like ancestry? No, not ancestry. It's DNA kit, isn't it? Where they can try and find out what parts of the world, any reliable ones, what are good. Anyway, going off me for now. Anyway, I just said what I needed to say to him today. It's beautiful weather. Look at it. Birds are singing. Nice forest. Beautiful me. So I really sort of want some help with my daughter, really, because I'm being told that I just can't believe it. Please, I just don't even want to believe that there's no help for under 16s when I know that there's children who commit suicide and all sorts of problems. There's got to be something for anxiety or that problem, whatever she's got. Look, she can't go out there, she can't mix with nobody, she's housebound, she's putting on weight now. She was a really slim child, and now she looks different. But she looks different as well because she's older. You can just hear them birds echoing in the forest, it's beautiful. Look, see how long I've been walking? I've been walking now. Just see, just get that 5 kilometre in. Even further if you want to walk further. I don't want to do any further specifically. Nice big white bird there. Now what is that? Can you see it? Oh, it's like one of them herons, but a white one. You see it? So if you've got any advice, can you let me know? I'll do some more stories on my life and like how my mates and used to me mates and black mates used to come round the house and all that lot, drinking pile Inca with my dad and rastas. It was hilarious, dead funny. But anyway, my daughter, you know, I've got to get that sorted out. So do you know what I was just thinking? I don't think I could live in England, you know. I don't mean just live. I mean, I don't even think I want to. I don't even really know whether I could even cope with coming back myself now. Just too many problems, isn't there? I mean, the violence is really, really bad. I mean, I didn't mind it like years ago, but you know what? I can't be doing with it now, really. No, I mean, it doesn't bother me, because once I lose the plot and my head goes, you know, it don't bother me. But I'm just thinking, you know, I just like, you know, when you go on YouTube now, like all the information's on YouTube now, isn't it? You know, I watch some of the channels on YouTube and I see like, oh, stabbing in daytime, shooting in daytime, London, just England in general. And I just think, you know, I've seen these kids just with children, like teenagers, or 16, 17, 18-year-olds with big knives, and they're just running down the street with knives just in general. You know, I ain't playing anything. Of course I know it happens all the time. It's happened when I was in England. But it's really bad now. Really bad. You know, how somebody can just plunge that knife into somebody. No, some serious... Hey, listen. If you can do that, right? If you can do that, you seriously have got psychological problems. Definitely. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. No way could I do it. I couldn't even pull a trigger on somebody. I'm telling you. I just couldn't do it. I just could not do it. That's why you've got hands. That's why you've got legs. No. That fascinates me. And I sometimes I can't even figure out, some of these parents don't even know what's going on with the children. I don't believe it. I mean, here, that's what I said to you. That's why it's difficult for me here. You can't be getting into fights, beating. You know, if you had a fight, like where you carry on having fights in England, you'd get prison here. I tell you what, I did read the other day here on one of the news from this county in Borshire. A guy was growing marijuana because of the weather here. Marijuana just grows in your garden dead easy. Right, so you have to just chuck you don't even have to put any effort into it. You just put the seeds in your garden. You know, this little slight warm breeze and everything, they just grow massive. You could have a massive field full of them here because the weather, the hot, dry weather. And bear in mind, it's not actually summer yet, is it? Theoretically summer. But like we always say here, summer starts really early, like in May. But this guy, he was growing marijuana, he had it all grown in his garden. And do you know what? This lad bought one joint, enough for a joint, just for one spliff off this guy. Guess how long he got? Well, they said he got 3 years for a spliff. And you will do the 3 years here. But it's not uncommon, they said, to get up to 8 years. Tell you what, right? Don't ever come here trying to do drugs. They won't tolerate it. I don't even have a clue what they do with cocaine or anything like that. Jesus. That's why painkillers are the biggest thing on the menu here. Carbita. All tablets, that's what they sell here. I've had them come to the house. I've had loads of people, I'm not going to mention names, you know, of the people who are local to me. They've come to the house and said, have you got any painkillers, any spare? I've got loads, haven't I? You know, like my tablets, my sertraline I was on. You know, they'll have anything like that. They'll just mix it. They won't just take one or two. They'll mix it with alcohol and all sorts. I mean, now I'm starting to think I've stopped all my tablets now. I don't know whether that's why I'm a bit worse than I've ever been in my head. But when I think that in the past when I've been drinking alcohol or going out with my mates and I've been on gin, tonic or gin and whatever, or vodka and whatever, Jack JDs and Cokes and just JD and ice or whatever and beer. You know, now I'm thinking, no wonder my head completely went off the scale. I was a nightmare. That probably was the reason. Oh, this walk is just beautiful. Beautiful walk. I've got no fat in my arms anymore, it's just muscle. I've got no fat in my arms. It sort of makes it look as if, I know they're not. I mean, I know my arms are far from small. But because, not when I do that, but when I was sort of like that, you just seem pure muscle. There's no fat around them when I do that. Just all burned away, innit? But obviously I've still got my muscle. Yeah, so, yeah, you can't do anything like that here. Proper lock you up. So I said to you, fights, it's just a no-go, it's just not tolerated. It's just not tolerated. But what they do, like some of the gypsy people, lads and whatever, they cause trouble. Like I said to you, they'll either do it that way, threaten the Hungarian families to keep their mouth shut, and say, well, if it goes to court, we're going to do worse, and they're just full of shit. But I don't know what's up with my daughter. I'm just thinking, right, when all this grass was like up to here, what is my field going to be like at my house? What's it going to be 2 meters tall? Sort of dreading it, to be honest with you. I'm dreading going back to the house because I've not been there since last December. I'm dreading going there, checking my buildings, my art buildings, the stables and the pig houses and the chicken houses and I don't know, goats and sheep houses. And I know what was in there. I've got anxiety of stuff being gone because my memory is really good, and you know, I can almost see where I put stuff and where it is, and it's going to make me a little bit, really going to upset me if stuff's gone missing. And I do think stuff has gone missing, and I ain't going to be able to prove it, who's took it or whatever. You know, you can go and say to one person, they're just saying, I didn't touch it, it must have been him. It must have been him. Just my fault, innit? This is the problem. I'm just hoping it hasn't, but I can't see it. I just can't see it. Not after things what has been stolen. And that's the so-called. You know, look at it. He's got loads of. You'll not be able to see it on this camera. There, bee houses. All them wooden. Then we can see where my finger is. All of them. They're bee houses. So he's making honey. Here you are. Got a little bee on my arm, baby bee. You see it? Should we go and put him on a flower? Where should we put him? He's probably come from that little house, hasn't he? There's nothing on my arm. What do you want from me? Do you want a flower? Here you are. Let's go and put you on a little flower, being a nice person now. Here you are, these lovely flowers. Come on. I'm being good to you. I'm going to put you on these nice flowers here. Look at this lovely bush here. How nice that is. I bet there's field mice and all sorts in here. Here you are. Go and join your mates on there. There you go. There you go. There you go. How good am I to you? Well, you can't stay on there. Come on. There you go. Stop coming. Don't keep coming back to me. What are you after me soul? It keeps coming back to me. Anybody sees me having a conversation with a bleeding bee, they're going to say, I've not seen these nice bushes. I'm lovely. See these poplar trees? I've got ants. I've got bugs climbing all over me now. Poplar trees. Can you see it? An Hungarian did like an hybrid, you know. This bee's back on my hand again. An Hungarian did, I think it was in, look, don't quote me on this, I don't know whether it was in about 1907 or before. He got a poplar tree, which poplar trees I think originated from America. And I think he did his own hybrid poplar tree. What's it called? Cottonwood. And there's smaller ones. And there's some really big ones there. Lovely trees. Oh my God, I'm getting all sorts. Look, it's on my hand. I've got all sorts climbing all over me. I hope your weather's nice in England. I'm not taking the piss, but I'm just saying. I mean, it pissed it down here yesterday morning, right? About 7 o'clock. It was done at 8 o'clock. I was doing the dogs about 8:30. Sun just come blooming out, and that's what I'm on about. That's why it's so good here. You just get the rain. It's like God sends it down. The gods send it down for all the plants and everything to grow. And then it just stops and the sun comes blazing out. He's just left me. Now leave me alone now. Don't come back to my camera. Bit messy work here, isn't it? What's been going on here? Cutting the grass, it's just flicks everywhere. There's an old couple over there having a little bit of a relax fishing. Husband and wife, old man, they're over there a bit of fishing. Look at this big poplar tree here, cottonwood. Can you see it? Can you see the cotton on it? Or the white cotton? Loads of it. Try and get a close up. Here's a piece of it now. This is cottonwood off the poplar tree. See it? They're lovely. See all the seeds? In fact, shall I take them seeds home? Put them in my plantation in the back of my house, at the other house. Look at them. Look how big it is. You know, they grow up to like, I think about 50 metres, 50 odd metres, you know. Massive. Look. They look like spiders' webs, don't they? Beautiful trees. I wouldn't like to fall in one with dead itchy. Look how beautiful they are. I'm not going to get ditches. Look how beautiful these are. Aren't they lovely? Look at it. Aren't they gorgeous? I don't know what that is. Absolutely beautiful that is. I know the bees love it. All the new little ones all growing here. Worth taking one of them, wouldn't it, eh? Some smaller ones there. Got loads of smaller ones. Lovely, I really like them. The bees love them. Look at that bee. They're like different kinds of bees. He's really like yellow. Look. He's got a yellow head as well. Very friendly bees are, you know. If you want a mate, you want an insect mate, have a bee. Don't sting me. I think they just think I'm a nice person. Look, see all the cotton, all the fluff going all over. Right, mixed video this, isn't it? Got some more cotton. Look, fluff. It's like one of them like swamps you see in America, isn't it? All the big reeds at the back, all over there. Beautiful swallows drinking the water. Yeah, that cuckoo. That's me. I'll be fucking cuckoo. I'll be in like psychiatric hospital soon. That'd be me in the hospital. Cuckoo. Them bushes I've just told you about, the flowers, they're all over there everywhere. I think I'm going to have to come and dig some up on there. Shouldn't really do it really, but there is a lot. Nah, I'm not going to do that. Affecting wildlife. No, I've got to go through the boot. Look, don't undo anything, don't do out. That's it. I'm done with that. Yeah, he's got a little fish, about the same size what's in my pond. My neighbour across the road said to me, she says, what the gypsy woman, she says, what are you doing with your fish in your pond? Why don't you cook them? I said, I'm not cooking my fish, I'm not eating my fish. Because I mean, they're like this fish, not goldfish. So I'm not eating, I mean I've got some about that big in the bottom. So I'm not eating my fish, can't do that. What sort of man would I be? Woman's just turned around, she's thinking, that bloke's having a conversation with himself. I can't even touch the car. By the way, I've got them leaning on the car, my hands are actually burning. Right, I better get going back, Hannah. See, just get my top on. Oh, God. Jesus Christ, it's hot. Hey. You ever want to move abroad? Come and live with my neighbour in Hungary. Oh, better stop my run keeper. Didn't stop my run keeper. .2 kilometres. Right. Drink of water. So I was saying to you, don't need to run, you can walk. God, it's so hot. Whew. I'm bleeding, sweating. See what I mean? Just walk in front of the car. See, I've got water coming all off my hands everywhere. I'm that hot. Look at that water everywhere. Oh Jesus, a lot of the stalks, they've all had the babies now, they're quite big. I think the one outside the house, I don't know whether it's had babies or had eggs and it's killed them. I don't know, for lack of food. I don't know, but I've not seen any young stalks, whereas every nest I've seen have all got young stalks. So I don't know, or it just didn't, it was mating, or one was trying to mate with it. I just don't know. You see, if you've got like a male stork and he's going from nest to nest, you just don't know whether, I just don't know whether they'd kill the, I don't know, for food, whether they would take the stork or kill the babies, I don't know, and take it to the other nest, I don't know. I'm not an expert on it. But I've not, you know, I've just seen every nest I've seen up to now, since I've been coming out the last few days, I've seen quite young storks, and they're quite big. They're not even small. So I don't know. this car does a lot of, you know, obviously since I've been here, and he's done a lot of mileage up and down. I'll get on veranda, chill out. I'm having chicken breast today. I'm having like gyros with salad in a wrap, in one of them wraps I got yesterday. There's sweat on my hands, on my wrist. It's that warm. Warm, it's hot. I bet I've got all sorts of wildlife at my other house. When I sold this house, because this house is going to be sold now, you know, her mum's letting my girlfriend's mum's letting her sell the house. Once I start to move everything in the dogs, the house is going up for sale. And I'm buying another apartment. I am. I'm going to buy another apartment down south for rental, for people to stay in, and then you can do your own thing, but then what I was thinking, if anybody wants to come, then I can take you everywhere or wherever you want to go. Yeah, pay me a little bit. I'll be like your tour guide. Won't have to worry about taxis or whatever, or I can do it for you. Again, another apartment. To get just two like double bedroom one or something. Because it's only like 40 minutes. 40 minutes, you know, even if I said an hour to the Bolaton. But where my house is, it's only like half an hour, 40 minutes, it's nothing. Bear in mind when you consider it's all country roads as well. But in the like the main cities there, where I'm going to get the apartment, it's not going to be where I am. It's going to be a nice apartment, but it's sort of in like houses, like the house design. It's not going to be like a block of flats, not getting anything like that. Get like a masonette apartment, with nice verandas, you know, and everything, top and bottom. You know, where you've got like a bit of a garden and whatever else. Patio garden. You know, because a lot of people like to have a fag, don't they? Like to have a cigarette or whatever, a bit of a drink on the balcony, veranda. I've got the room at my house. I've got loads of ridiculous amounts of room, but I've got dogs on it. So that's what I'm thinking of doing anyway. I don't know why a lot of people want to stay in England. I'm not, look, listen, I know England's got everything, right? I'm not knocking that. I know England's got everything. What I'm trying to say is, though, you know, all governments are corrupt, aren't they, in their own way? But there's a lot of problems in England, Jesus Christ. The violence, it's the violence what I can't be dealing with. I just can't be dealing with it. I just can't be dealing with that. You know, you want to be, you know, you want to be safe walking down the street, whatever hours. You know, you want to be able to go out, and you want to be able to relax or whatever. That's what I'm saying. It's not good here, where I am here. This is poor. This is poor county. Bullshit is poor. You know, I'm not denying. I'm not trying to say this is fantastic here. This is poor. Poor area. It's the worst gypsy area in county in Hungary. Bullshit Abu Zeppelin is worse, Northern Hungary. And then obviously the other places what can be bad are Budapest. We just had a bloke's just been mugged in Budapest, tourist, either tourist or he works there, I don't know, just says from another country, not Hungarian, so it could be from Europe or British, could be American, could be whatever, right? Do you know who he got mugged by? I mean, it's a laugh really, I had to laugh. 2 14-year-old girls with a knife, right? I would have, I'm not even going to tell you what I would have done with them. Tell you what I would have done with them both. They beat him up, took his money, took his phone, everything. Wallet, everything. I mean, I find that funny. Well, it's not funny, but it's because I know why they carry on here, right? Because I know, because I've been coming here. And my family's Hungarian. So they can't get away with it with me. And I ain't bothered about them. But I can understand tourists being scared of them. But yeah, I find it's absolutely just ridiculous. This is what I'm saying. In Budapest, right, nobody's your mate, so don't think that they're your mate. Be very, very careful. And these kids, right, they'll rob you, they'll follow you around, make out this and that, and they'll rob you senseless. Anyway, I'm back home, neighbours outside, see you all later. Yeah.